Hey everybody, welcome back to Vanland. In this episode, we're going to talk about insuring your camper van. First, we actually want to give you a little bit of an insight into a client that we have who wrecked his van, and we're helping him get it repaired right now and show you what he's going through in his insurance process. Then we're actually going to call some of the companies that are known to cover camper vans and ask them what they're covering, what information they need, and how to get coverage started. And then finally, we're going to give you a list of questions that you should ask an insurance company to know that you're getting the right coverage. So let's actually jump over and take a look at Jason's van now and see what happened. All right, everybody, take a look at this. This is what you do not want to see when a van rolls into the shop. This belongs to one of our clients. He came in to get some work done, an adventure wagon kit, a new window, some seats and a floor, and a couple other things. Unfortunately, just a few days after he drove the van out of the shop, he ran into a parking structure and dented fully the front portion of the van in about 6 inches and made a big nasty scrape here back a few feet onto the roof. He wrote us an email saying, "Help, I've crashed my van. What should I do?" We recommended first that he obviously contact the insurance company, which he did. They were able to approve the claim, and then he selected a body shop. We read the work order for the insurance claim, and what they actually intend to do here is replace the entire roof of the van, which actually wraps around to the sides, replace the front headliner section. This has been totally smashed in and destroyed. So really this is going to get an entire new roof. Since we put in an adventure wagon kit, we're going to have to pull everything down and reinstall it and get the pieces replaced that are no longer salvageable. I can already see these factory roof rails are going to need to be swapped out. But we did get a call, and unfortunately the insurance company is not going to cover the full amount that it's going to take to fix this back to its original state. So that is actually what prompted us to make this video. We want to make sure that you guys and everyone who owns one of these vans is fully insured, so that if something unfortunately happens like this, then you'll be able to fix it and get back to enjoying your van in its full expression. So stick with us. This is going to take a couple months, but we'll give you guys a follow-up on how this van turns out after it has been repaired. Just to give you a little idea on what we're going to have to do on the inside, these frame rails are completely smashed in, which has affected the adventure wagon kit. We haven't taken this down yet, but I can only assume when we take it off, they're going to be twisted, mangled, and need to be replaced. We're going to salvage as much of this as possible, but obviously anything that has been bent just needs to be fully replaced for it to maintain its original strength. The door no longer closes properly. And I was looking, and I actually think some of the structure around here has been damaged as well. So there's going to be a lot of work to do to get this back to original condition. And like we said, unfortunately, if it's not fully covered by insurance, that means it's an out-of-pocket expense for this client, which is no good. Obviously, it's quite important that you have proper insurance for your van so that if you do have an accident, everything is covered. So the question is, who insures camper vans? Right now, there's actually not a lot of great information about who officially is covering camper vans and who isn't. In fact, it's a bit of a changing landscape. So what we're going to do is actually get out there and call some insurance companies and see if they will cover a camper van. If you're driving a van off of the lot, don't worry about it. Just basically call your local insurance company and give them the VIN number, and you should be covered. But what about when you add a bunch of valuable equipment to it and do a bunch of work on it? You're definitely going to need better insurance and something that insures you for the full amount or the replacement value of the vehicle. And as we're finding, and you may have found, it's not necessarily an easy task. We're going to do some phone calls. There's a couple insurance companies that are known to insure camper vans, namely Progressive, a company called Roamly. We're going to check with Geico, which is my current insurer, and then also State Farm, and specifically the local agents, and see if they can help us. Let's see if we can get some straight talk on what is the situation with camper van insurance. I'm going to start with a call to Geico. This is actually perfect timing for me because when I purchased the van, I just called Geico, who insures my other vehicle, and told them I wanted to add the Sprinter van to it. But now that I've added enough things to the outside and the inside that it's worth significantly more, I think it's time for me personally to switch my insurance.
And how can I help you today?
Yeah, so I have a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van that I've insured with you, and recently we've done some upgrades and renovations to it to turn it into a camper. And I wanted to see if we could get it insured for like the full current, replacement value.
What we would have to do in that case is I would need to grab the name, website, and phone number of that conversion company from you.
Okay.
And then after that, we would have you send in an invoice or a work order that includes details of the work completed and a cost, and then photos showing the interior with the sleeping, kitchen, and bathroom area and all 4 exterior sides of the vehicle.
In terms of the requirements for the interior, is it like it has to have some of them, all of them? Just curious.
It has to have a sleeping area, a kitchen area, and a bathroom area.
Okay. All right.
That was great.
Yeah, so it looks like Geico does have a provision to handle upfitted camper vans. They want to see a sleeping area, a kitchen, and a bathroom. At least that's kind of the path of least resistance to get it insured as an RV. I am curious though for sort of the partial upfits, how they would handle it. They said they would send us to a local agent who presumably would look at it, take a closer look, and maybe verify the amount that it could be covered for. So yeah, a couple different paths to take, but let's keep moving on this.
How may I help you today?
Yeah, I'm calling to inquire about insurance on a camper van. And I was told that you guys do specialty RV insurance.
And did you start a quote with us online?
I did. When I got to the section where it was asking what type of vehicle I had, I'm specifically calling to talk about custom vehicles, so it wasn't on the list, so I thought I would just call.
Correct. So the one that's in this quote is a 2020 Storyteller, but you said it's a different
Yeah, that's the
English.
Yeah, that's the closest thing to it, so I just thought I would use that. But yeah, it was a new Sprinter van, and then it's been converted to a camper. So specifically, there's been a lot of upgrades to it, and it's worth a lot more than just insuring it as, the van that would show up on, on the vehicle selector. So I specifically want to make sure that, I have coverage for the full amount. You still there? Yeah, I'm just gonna hang up and try again.
Thank you for calling Progressive. My name is Alicia. How may I help you today?
Hi, Alicia. My name is Jeremy, and I'm looking for a quote on a camper van. And I was told that you guys have specialty RV insurance.
Okay, sir. So we do offer RV insurance. Just bear with me one moment, please.
Sure. It just hung up. Okay. Try again. I'm looking for a quote for a camper van, and I was told that you guys have specialty RV insurance.
So this was a van that did you customize, or did you have it then a manufacturer do the customization, or did you do the customization yourself?
It is done at a professional shop, so it was not done myself.
Okay, and what would you say the value is?
Yeah, the replacement value of the vehicle plus the conversion would be $150,000.
Okay, so it seems that Progressive right now doesn't have a market for vans that are converted to camper vans.
Okay, so no insurance for converted vans from Progressive.
Correct.
No on Progressive. We're gonna have to dig a little deeper on. So, all right, who's next?
Thank you for calling State Farm Insurance.
I'm looking for insurance on an RV, which is a custom built camper van.
Okay, yeah, we could give you a quote.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. So we'll see. They're gonna email the quote if it's something they do. Here it is, we got our first quote back. This one is coming from our local State Farm agent, and they were very helpful. They didn't hesitate, they just asked for a little bit of information and got back to me with a quote in less than 24 hours, it looks like. So let's take a look. This is for a van. I asked them to insure it for $150,000, which they did put that on the policy. Even though the van itself is probably only worth around $60,000, they were able to add the upfitted cost to this. And the annual premium that they've quoted me is $2,822. So that is significantly more than I'm paying, obviously, just for the van, which comes in well under $1,000 with Geico to just insure the van. So it looks like they are definitely getting a premium or asking for a premium to insure a vehicle like this. But there you go. They have it all listed out, and they would insure my van now for $2,800 a year. So I'll have to think about that one. One of the other insurance companies that we reached out to is called Roamly, and actually their business is primarily doing insurance for people who are renting out their vans, which is pretty unique. We asked them for a quote on an aftermarket conversion. They said this is something that they do. So we went ahead and submitted all the documents to them and the pictures that they asked for, actually for this vehicle right here, which just sold. And the clients want to know how that they can get the best insurance for it. So as of right now, we're still waiting for that quote to come back, but I'm confident that we should be able to get something from Roamly as well. In summary, we reached out to 4 different companies, and the response we got from Progressive, who actually if you go online and look at who you should reach out to for RV insurance, they come to the top of the list, but we got a no from them. They would not insure an aftermarket camper conversion on a Sprinter van. We also reached out to State Farm, our local agent. That was actually probably the easiest process. They got us a quote within 24 hours, and we actually didn't have to submit a lot of information to them. They didn't even ask for pictures, which is interesting. The third company that is, I actually have my personal insurance right now with Geico. We looked at upgrading that to a camper van build out, and as of right now, I don't meet the qualifications. You need to have a bed, a toilet, and a sink installed and send them pictures. I don't have those in my van yet, so that was a roadblock that we got stopped at there. And then of course there's Roamly. We do expect to get a good quote back from them, but we are still waiting at the moment. So we wanted to let you guys know that we tried to make this video as timeless as possible, but obviously it is a situation where you're gonna have a different set of rules in your state than we would have here. And it seems like different insurance companies are kind of changing their policy on insuring vans like this. So I would say do your own research. We're gonna put some questions in the description that we believe you should be asking of the insurance company when you call them. So please check the description, and we'll try to keep that updated with the most current information we have about this subject. If you have any experience at all, or you're about to get insurance, please leave a comment. That will help our community understand what's going on in different states and different situations, and hopefully we can create a dialogue that allows us to kind of have a better grip on how to get the best insurance for an upfitted van like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. And full disclosure, we are actually not insurance experts here. We just wanted to put out a video that opened the conversation and hopefully give you a pathway to go if you're looking for insurance. We would really love to hear your feedback. That's what this channel is all about. So thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time.